Ted Mikels through Ray Dennis Steckler. He introduced me to him. They were friends in Hollywood way back when Ted had his castle here in Glendale. Ray introduced me to him, and a guy named Jeff Hogue from the South came up and he wanted to do a film. And he contacted Ray, and then Ray contacted Ted, and then Ray contacted me. And they were going to shoot this film called War Cats on location in Bishop, California. So I had a pretty good part in that film, and I also was doing props, I was doing weapons, and a lot of other things for the film. We were on our way to go shoot. I came down with a kidney stone, ended up in the hospital, missed the whole shoot. So Ray and Ted went to Bishop, California, and for some reason they had a falling out at that time, Ray and Ted, and Ray ended up back in Las Vegas, and Ted finished the film for Jeff. And I don't really know what it was about or what went on, you know, because the didn't last. They were friends again shortly thereafter. So Ted called me up and he said, "Ron, Jeff's here and we need to do some pickup shots, and I know you missed the film." So he said, "Come over, we're going to do a big terrorist scene and make you a camp terrorist." So I got to do the War Cat film in a much smaller capacity. If you see the film, there's a character whose name is Ron in the film. That was actually my part that I didn't get to do. Ted started to talk to me about his next project. He wanted to do this film called Dimension and Fear, and he wanted me to play the killer. And I said, okay, that'd be great. So they got the script together and we started to shoot it. Well, the first scene we shot, and as you know, things were shot way out of sequence, but we shot a scene of me killing a young girl in a bedroom after murdering her mother in the kitchen and killing her father in the backyard with an axe. And I wish I could remember the older actress's name. She's 93 years old, and I've got to throw her on the floor and kill her. And she had been an actress in Hollywood for many, many years. A lot of people like Liz Renee and such people like that moved to Las Vegas, and they stuck with Ted and Ray, and they were always doing cameos and doing parts for him because they loved him. So when Ted wrote The Dimension and Fear, one of the fortunate things is Ted gave me a lot of freedom. Sometimes Ted would let me write my own dialogue, and sometimes he wouldn't. There's one scene where I'm on a payphone and I'm screaming at my brother, my twin brother. So he let me write that dialogue. And then he let me also write the dialogue to the reverse of my brother so it would make sense. And another thing about Ted was promotion. Ted could promote. He was way better at promoting than Ray. I might consider Ray a better filmmaker, but at promotion, Ted could promote. I remember we went to Fangoria and all the famous people coming up to Ted when I was there with Ted, and I was signing autographs for Dimension and Fear. He just knew people that would come out of the woodwork to see him. I mean, Michael and Sarah, I mean, William Daniels, I mean, big people, all friends of Ted's. And Ted started out actually as an actor. And one of his first parts was playing an Indian. Ted was rather short, always very proud of his mustache. He kept it very, very, very prominent. That tooth had to be there. Ted was barrel-chested. He worked out daily. He kept his chest strong. And you can see why. A lot of times there was scenes where a woman would put a spiked high heel or something in his chest, and no problem. Ted liked it. He was strong guy. A lot of things about Dimension and Fear. It was Ted's idea that the serial killer needed to have an earmark, to where it's something that he did. Where a lot of serial killers, they kill the same way, or they do this or they do that. Well, this guy, when he was going to do something bad or mean, he drew his own blood and tasted it first. Banged himself in the head, and then he was ready to go. Just like a fighter said, "Wake up, you gotta go." And that was something that Ted created. And it seemed to play well in the film because I get a lot of questions about it.
Now, the idea that he would have a signature was Ted's idea, but the idea that that would be the signature, was that his idea too, or did you come up with this?
I came up with that, yeah. He just had me do it the first time. And then it was my idea to be the signature for the character.